final segment, Biz Tech Buzz, and I love it when Ken comes in and kind of fills us in on what's going on with technology as it interfaces with business. Welcome, Ken.
Thanks, Jeff. Good to be back.
You know, with the elections and everything that just recently went down, I kept hearing something about Web 2.0 and all that, and I said, I didn't even know what happened in 1.0. What's going on with all that?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing because when the Web 2.0 start talking about blogs and tweets, friending, following, and it just sounds like another language.
Yeah.
But what it is for what Web 1.0 was basically was information, convey information through a website to an audience. And hopefully they'd read it, and then maybe they'd actually buy something too.
Well, you know, it makes sense, but what's that conveying information all about?
Well, that was Web 1.0. Web 2.0 is more about getting a response from the audience. So when I create a website, I don't think too much about conveying information anymore. I think about putting up content that will get a response back.
So it becomes more interactive?
Yes. So it becomes an active relationship with your audience rather than a passive one. You get a bigger place in their brain. You get more of a connection with your audience.
Well, some of this has to do with increased technology and software, correct?
Yeah, it's a combination of techniques and technologies, and it basically breaks down into about 4 magic methods that kind of have emerged that I think are really the core and what we need to think about in moving forward to new solutions for business.
Now, I got you teased me with that. So 4 magic methods, what's that?
Well, okay, these are my magic methods.
Mm-hmm.
And the first is outreach to existing communities. Then you have interaction, which we talked about, which is making it easy to respond and intuitive to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have relevance, which is a big one. Make the content as relevant as possible to the audience. And that a lot of times means very personal or individualized content whenever possible. And then the last is let the audience make a connection with people. And those are the 4 things which, if you look at blogs and things like that, that's really the underlying principles. Those are really the underlying principles, I think. At least I'll put that on my blog tomorrow, and we'll see what response I get from the audience.
Well, and that's what it's all about in terms of marketing is companies that think that if they just have some kind of a stagnant website up there, that'll suffice and magically business will come to them very quickly. But this interactive Web 2.0 sounds to me like it's a lot more inclusive and gets more of a reaction.
Yes, and it starts a real relationship with your clients, and you can really put yourself at the top of an industry right now. It's so new that there's a lot of room to advance your position in the industry and how people see you and achieve that more relevant relationship with your customers.
Well, I tell you.